guys, welcome to my office. We are currently about 90 to 95% done with this place. I'm so proud of how it's turning out. We got my desk right here. We have the other desk right here for our director of content creation. We got some other like little desk area over here and some couch space for anyone else who's coming in here and working. We have a lot going on in here. I'm so excited, and I will give you a full tour of the office once it's completed here in the next few weeks, but there's a few other things I want to do in here, but it is coming along pretty nicely. If you're newer to the channel, you should know that I am the owner and founder of TUA, Take Uncommon Action, an online coaching business, and I do all of my work on Instagram, YouTube, things like that, and this is my first official personal office that I've been able to deck out a little bit more than my past offices. My past offices have been stuff like a corner of my bedroom. It has been maybe shared with my wife and her business, but this is my first office that's just mine and I'm loving it. But this video is to talk about the most expensive thing in my office, which cost $25,000, believe it or not. And I'm gonna tell you whether it's worth it, whether I regret getting it or not. But let's dive into this. So this hanging above my desk over there is the most expensive thing in my office. Like I said, it cost me $25,000 and it is my degree. My Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Physiology. This was given to me 2 years ago. I should say purchased by me 2 years ago. And it took me about 4 years to get. This has been a big debate, especially nowadays, whether it's worth it to get a college degree or not, especially if you're someone like myself who owns my own company. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur ever since I graduated. That being said, I have used my degree, and so I want to kind of go into that. This is going to be an important video, I think an important video to discuss in the comments below, so please listen to the video first and then leave a comment below what you think. But I'm gonna try to give my 2 cents on the subject. I have people, I work very closely with within my company, friends of mine, who do not have degrees. They did not finish college. Most of my friends, I would say, have gone to college, but many have dropped out or just kind of unofficially dropped out, maybe just kind of stopped going. And I want to put it out there. Yes, I have my degree, but I respect everyone in their decision, and I think that's going to be the premise of this conversation. So, do I regret getting my degree? The shorter answer is no, but I want to make it very clear that I don't consider myself a pro-college person. I'm not really anti-college either, but I think I'm a little bit more anti-college than I am pro-college, if that makes sense. I think there's definitely situations where people should have secondary education. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a surgeon, or things like that, things where you really need to get a proper education, some things that you just can't really learn from just experience alone. Yes, college is a great opportunity for you to go and to do those things. I think for most people though, I think experience trumps any sort of formal education. I am proud of my education. I did go to school and get my exercise physiology degree because I knew that I wanted to stand out in the crowd a little bit when it came to the fitness world. There's so many people in the fitness industry who, maybe they've only been lifting for a few years and they think that qualifies them to go and coach people. I think in order to be a good coach, you really do need to know your stuff. You need to be different than just some guy that's been lifting weights for a few years. Anyone can throw together a random program of exercises and call it good and give it to someone. But only some people can really know the why behind it all and have just such a broader vision of the bigger picture. And that's what my degree has done for me. I did take entrepreneurship classes. I did take actually coaching classes in college as electives to try to just be the best coach I can be and build a business and the best of my abilities. But at the end of the day, that does come from a lot of experience. So it really does go both ways. My degree did not make me a good coach, but I think my degree helps me reach more people and be seen as a legitimate authority figure in the industry, which is important if I wanted to get all the experience that I wanted to get in the first place to be where I'm at today. I think there's some major downfalls when it comes to the education system though. A lot of colleges, college, I'm not gonna say college is easy because it's not, but you can definitely get by doing almost nothing. And there's a lot of classes where you can cheat. There's a lot of classes you can, find all the answers for everything online. There's a lot of times when you really only need to know enough about something for like 5 days max, and then take the quiz, and then you can forget forever. So it's kind of unfortunate, because some people could go through college, 4 years of education, and pretty much get nothing out of it, while others do take it very seriously and then come out on the other side really great. But I think that's when experience trumps any sort of education, because if you're in the workforce and you're not performing well, I mean, it's very obvious. You know, you're being tested every single day out there in the real world. While college, you're only tested maybe every couple of weeks. And yeah, anyone can pass a test once, but can you pass a test every single day for years? Eventually, you're probably going to be exposed if you don't actually know what you're doing. You know, one of the main reasons I did get my degree as well is simply because I just promised myself I would. It was a commitment that I made to myself, and I always withhold the goals I set out for myself. So I took that very seriously. But don't get me wrong, you know, pretty much every single day of my education, my 4 years in college, I considered dropping out. I didn't take it that seriously. I was very interested in my core classes having to do with physiology and, you know, kinesiology and all of those really interesting topics. But there was a lot of times where I was just like, why am I here? Like, surely I can be a successful coach without this. And you know what, I probably could, but that being said, I'm still really proud that I was able to get my degree, and that's really kind of started my career and being seen and taken seriously, like I said earlier. Now, when I think about it this way though, my mind kind of changes. This was $25,000, and to be honest, that's really cheap compared to a lot of people's educations. You know, there's people that have $100,000 plus in student debt. And you got to ask yourself, is that number really worth it? Because sure, you know, having this on my office wall and being able to tell people I have my degree in exercise physiology, you know, that's gotten me jobs in the past, that's gotten me clients in the past, but is it worth $25,000? And for that, I do not know. Right now, I think in my life, I would say probably no. But maybe in 10 years from now, it'll pay itself off, and I'll be able to look back and see that, yeah, that actually did help me a lot. So to be determined, but I will say, if this was more than $25,000, I would think I was crazy for doing what I'm doing now and thinking that I needed this. I will say this, I don't think college is usually worth it. I really don't. Sure, it gives you, you know, 4 years to do something in a time of our lives where we usually don't know what to do, and that structure is really great when you're 18, 19, 20 years old. But I don't think the degree itself is fully worth it when you're talking just about monetary value. Most jobs these days, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of jobs these days don't require some sort of degree. They really want to just get people that produce the results they're looking for. There are several other ways that you can get an education without a 4-year degree. You can go invest in online courses. You can go like do internships or whatever it may be. And a lot of those are free to just maybe a few $1,000s. But you gotta be careful, because yes, an online course could be great and you could learn a lot, but like you actually have to do the work. And no one's going to, you don't have a teacher, right? You know, taking roll call for the day and making sure you're actually going to class. So you got to consider that as well if you are considering, like, you know, whether you should go to college or not. Like, if you did some sort of other education, would you actually do it? And would you study every single day? Would you learn? How would you keep yourself accountable? Things like that. But another way to think about this is, what if I took that $25,000 and had invested it into my business? See, now we're talking like big advertising bucks. We're talking, you know, a lot of money that could really springboard you forward. So I do think that the $25,000 could have gone to, you know, better tactics within business, whether it be more affordable education, more certifications, maybe, you know, advertising dollars for building a business, whatever it may be. That's why I'm kind of leaning more towards maybe it wasn't worth it, but at the end of the day, I am proud of it. So I guess to conclude, was it worth it? Kind of no. For the experience and everything like that, yes, but for the value of $25,000, no. Do I regret it? No. I'm really proud of it. I'm glad I have it. So I'm gonna leave that with you. You know, take what I said and leave a comment down below what you think. At the end of the day, you know, at least it looks nice on my wall. A nice $25,000 framed picture that I could put right on my wall over there and look at. All right, guys, kind of a different video, but I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. And we got a lot of big things coming with Tua. I've already talked about the launches that we have coming up, so I'm still trying to finalize the date, so sorry about that, but hopefully we can launch in the next, I would say 2 to 3 weeks. Some things are a little bit slow right now with shipping and everything that's going on, but we're trying to figure that out. And we have people coming here, so Jake and Spencer are officially here, and we have Kyle moving here in literally a few days. So yes, big things coming with Tua. I'm super, super excited. If you would, go down below, give this video a like, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.